You would hurt yourself.
This section of the frame is as strong as steel, which created another challenge for the engineers. How do you make something so sturdy also be comfortable? After a lot of testing and prototyping, Madone's creators came up with new aerodynamic shapes to achieve this delicate balance.
And there are specific shapes throughout the whole frame. The down tube shape gives us a stiffness to make the bottom bracket efficient. The top tube is actually wide as you go from front to back, and that helps with the front end stiffness for handling.
Okay.
And then one other thing that we did is this is a whole new design in the seat mast, and this has been shaped so that this part actually flexes as you ride it as a suspension system.
The Madone's new design places the alignment of the seat mast slightly back from the center tube. This allows the carbon fiber to flex and give to the contours of the road.
So you actually have a bike that's more efficient, stiffer, handles better, and rides more comfortably.
Now that the parts of the frame are formed, it's time to start putting them together. And then, finally, I get a chance to actually ride this thing. The people at Trek Bikes have let me into their factory for the day to see how they manufacture the all-new Madone. Its super light, super strong frame makes the Madone one of the world's leading performance bikes. Once the parts are formed, workers bring them here to the bonding area to be assembled. They're actually glued together since bolts, brackets, and screws would weigh the bike down. The glue itself is a unique blend of epoxy and other ingredients and is another of Trek's trade secrets. After workers bond all 7 parts together, they mount the frame on this fixture and then tighten the joints to keep them snug.
Right now, everything is it can move around a little bit because the glue is still soft.
Right.
So until we harden the glue by curing it, we hold it in this fixture, that goes into the oven, and that ensures that the frame is in perfect alignment.
This curing oven heats the frames to a temperature of 180 degrees Fahrenheit. It takes 30 or 40 minutes to cure the adhesive that bonds the parts together. Workers then sand down the frame and fork to ensure smooth and seamless connections between the joints. The finished frames and forks then go on to the factory's conveyor system for the next step. Here, highly trained frame artists individually paint each Madone. Riders even have the option to customize their own bikes with a choice of over 1 million combinations of colors and schemes, including custom decals. Once workers have painted and decorated a bike, they place the frame and fork back up onto the conveyor system one last time. Here, an automated finishing machine sprays the frame with an anti-corrosive sealant to keep the paint from chipping and the decals from peeling. When engineers first designed the Madone frame, they put it through one additional step: the stress test.
What are you doing to this poor bicycle?
Well, welcome to our little shop of horrors. This is one of our low cycle fatigue tests that we do on our frames. There's a pneumatic cylinder over here, and basically it is driving the frame into a brick wall and then trying to pull the frame apart.
And how many times can you do this to this poor frame before it explodes?
Well, that's one of the other great things about carbon fiber and composites. They have basically an infinite fatigue life, where an aluminum frame might go a certain number of cycles on this test. This frame we could turn on, walk away, and come back in a year or two, and it would still be doing the same thing.
With the frame assembled, it's now time to attach the wheels, pedals, and other essential parts.
So these are the frames that we've seen getting created. They've been laid up and fused and painted and decaled, and here they are, ready to go into final assembly. Brian, what's the next phase in their process?
Well, once we get the bikes here on the racks, we'll put them on the assembly line.
first step in that process, you can see right here, is we're installing the cranks and bottom bracket system. From there, we'll go across the line where they'll install the forks.
Okay.
There, install the stems. They're putting those on upside down. From there, they'll move down to the chain, into the handlebar area where the handlebars are strong. Brake levers are installed. We'll put the cables and the housings on there. From there, it's more packaging.
So when do the wheels get put on?
All the wheels are being built at the same time as the bikes are running down the assembly line. They're built right next to the bikes.
Okay.
We start with the hubs, and we install the spokes. We attach the spokes to the rim. We true them, we lace them, we bring them up to tension. And the tires are mounted, and they're ready to go into the box. Enough of this. What do you say we get out of here? It's a beautiful day. Let's go ride these things.
I'd love to do that.
Great.
This bike is so awesome. It is like, first of all, it's like riding a feather. Second of all, it is so responsive, and every time you pedal, it's like all the energy goes right into the wheels. It is startling how different it is from my bike at home.
Yeah, you know, that's what they're going for. The carbon engineers have the ability to put carbon in certain spots, make an incredibly light bike that's very responsive, very comfortable. You can ride this thing all day.
It is a very, very pleasant bike to ride. I'm going to have a problem when I get home.